Welcome student and start to next chapter of the history socialism in Europe and Russian Revolution. Now let's it start with the kind of fundamental of ideas, why it started and what was major aspects to play. In the previous chapter, you read about the powerful ideas of freedom and equality that circulated in Europe after the French Revolution. The French Revolution opened up the possibility of creating a dramatic change in the way in which society was structured. Suddenly, after the revolution, it seems possible to change this in many parts of the world, including Europe and Asia. New ideas about individual rights and who controlled social power began to be discussed. Even in India, not everyone in Europe, however, wanted a complete transformation of society. Some were conservatives, while others were liberals or radicals. Who were liberals? One of the groups which looked to change society were the liberals. Liberals wanted a nation which tolerated all religion. At this time, Europe states usually discriminated in favor of one religion or another. Britain favored the Church of England, Austria and Spain favored the Catholic Church. Liberals also opposed the uncontrolled power of dynastic rulers. They wanted to safeguard the rights of individuals against government. They argued for a representatives elected parliamentary government subject to laws interpreted by a well-trained judiciary that was independent of rulers and officials. However, they were not democrats. They did not believe in universal adult franchise, that is the right of every citizen to vote. They felt men of property mainly should have the vote. They also did not want the vote for women. Another of the groups which looked to change society were the radicals. Radicals wanted a nation in which government was based on the majority of country's population. Many supported women's suffragette movements. Unlike liberals, they opposed the privilege of great landowners and wealthy factory owners. They were not against the existence of private property but disliked concentration of property in the hands of few. Another groups were conservatives. They were opposed to radicals and liberals. After the French Revolution, however, even conservatives had opened their minds to the need for change. Earlier in the 18th century, conservatives had been generally opposed to the idea of change. By the 19th century, they accepted that some change was inevitable but believed that the past had to be respected and change had to be brought about through a slow process. These political trends were sign of a new time. It was a time of profound social and economic change. It was a time when new cities came up and new industrialized regions developed. Railways expanded and the Industrial Revolution occurred. This Industrial Revolution led to social change. Industrialization brought men, women and children to factories. Worker hours were often long and wages were poor. Unemployment was common, particularly during times of low demand for industrial goods. Housing and sanitation were problems since towns were growing rapidly. Liberals and radicals searched for solutions to these issues. Some nationalists, liberals and radicals wanted revolution to put an end to the kind of government established in Europe in 1815. In France, Italy, Germany and Russia, they became revolutionaries and worked to overthrow existing monarchs. Nationalists talk of revolutions that would create nations where all citizens would have equal rights. After 1815, Giuseppe Mazzini, an Italian nationalist, conspired with others to achieve this in Italy. Nationalists elsewhere, including India, read his writings. That's all for today. We will discuss remaining part of the chapter in next video. Thank you.